Whew, I don't usually do videos like this, but I figured we should do a video of me reacting to my very first wrestling video. And I kind of have to take you down memory lane and take you down a path and tell you what a different time things were back in this time. So this is 2010. What year? What was the day? October 26, 2010. So this must have been right when the game came out. So this is SVR 2011, The Miz versus Druids in the Druid Arena. Now, back in this time, there wasn't a lot of people doing wrestling video game commentary content. Let me take you back to that time. Back in the time of, I believe this was Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I started my YouTube channel, youtube.com/WeCaptureTheFrag. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to make a Call of Duty channel, because if you remember back in the day, Machinima was like all the rage back then. It was like you had Machinima Sports, Machinima Respawn, Machinima Realm were around too, I think, at the time. Or maybe it's just Machinima and Machinima Respawn at the time. But everybody wanted to get their videos on there because everybody loved Call of Duty. It was all about playing Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Those were the videos that got the views. So I decided to upload a wrestling video after doing all these Call of Duties and other stuff that didn't actually work. And boom, it took off. I mean, the time was very different. Let me tell you what I was using to record. I was using Hauppauge HD PVR 1, the really old green one, a blue snowball microphone, and Sony Vegas, I believe. And Sony Vegas is, I don't like it. We'll get into more of it later. But as this video progresses on, you can probably tell that I did not want anybody to know I was a wrestling fan. For some reason, I was very timid, and I was a closet wrestling fan in this video. But so Capture the Frag was just something that was supposed to be like a Call of Duty channel with a bunch of friends or whatever. But I took off with the wrestling content, so I never looked back. So let's watch this video and let's get right into it and see where this channel has grown and gone to in the years.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh my goodness. I still really like that intro. Let me explain Capture the Frag. So Capture the Frag was like I said, it was going to be a Call of Duty channel. So it was going to be like capture the flag, but then a frag grenade, and it was going to be just like a shooter channel, like capture the frag. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but this intro is really sick. I got this background. You could tell it was trying to be like Modern Warfare-esque, and this intro was dope. Everybody had like an intro or something, so I thought it was cool to have this intro at the time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I love that so much. So good.
Ding dong, TonyPizzaGuy here.
Oh no, I thought that was a good idea at the time. No. Ding dong, TonyPizzaGuy here. That was my intro for this video. That is awful. And look at that ghosting, right? I'm that's how much of a novice I was at the time. It's not as bad as like people that use Dazzle, but ghosting is basically like that you see right there. It's like two. You have to do, in Sony Vegas back then, I don't know if it's still this way, but you had to do some effect to it so it wouldn't do the ghosting. And I don't know why it did ghosting on video game footage, but it just did. So it looks stupid, and I'm glad I don't use Sony Vegas anymore. But there's the ghosting. Let's listen to what I have to say. I'm sure this is going to be a gem.
It's SmackDown versus Raw 2011.
Why do I sound like death? Why do I sound like I hate my life? Oh, let me tell you. It was a different time, though. I legit think I did hate my life at this time. I remember being in like a one-bedroom tiny apartment and like just being lonely or whatever. No girlfriend, nothing, just playing video games in a dark apartment or whatever. All right. Whew. Let's snap out of it.
What? Why are you playing SmackDown? Leave me alone. I enjoy these wrestling games. It's fun.
You can tell how much I am embarrassed by professional wrestling. I don't know why I was embarrassed. Like, now I'm not embarrassed about anything. I really don't get embarrassed, but that was like a long time. That was 7 years ago. That is ridiculous. 7 years ago. I would have been 22 years old. Yeah, 22 years old. Wow. Almost 20 to almost 23 years old. That's crazy to think about. All right, let's continue.
Fun, beat the crap out of people, and much enjoyment. So if you don't like it, I don't care because I enjoy this game. It's fun.
I can't believe this. This is so hard. This is like the cringiest, cringeworthy video. And like I said, this video blew up on my channel. This got like, it now has 32,000 views. I think at the time it had like over 10,000 views. And let me explain something back then. Like back then, like 10 to 30,000 views was huge on YouTube. That was big. Like there was no like, I think there might have been like 1 million subscriber channel. But like if you had over like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube back in 2010, that was a big deal. Like Smosh wasn't even at 1 million. Smosh, who was like the biggest at the time, wasn't even close to 1 million, I don't think, back then. So it's just crazy.
And now we have some ridiculous mode here. Yeah, I put in cheat code. I didn't want to unlock it.
Wait a minute, cheat codes? I said I put in a cheat code and I didn't want to unlock everything. So apparently cheat codes were a thing back then. Microtransactions weren't invented yet, apparently. So paying to unlock everything was a foreign concept back then. You just take a look at that, right? Like now it's a standard that you can pay to unlock everything in the game. But back then you could just put in a cheat code and unlock everything. That's crazy. Cheat codes, they're dead. They're dead now. Microtransactions killed the cheat code.
Everything, but here's what it is. You're playing in the Undertaker's arena, like a druid arena kind of thing. As you see, there's all these druids around the ring, and I'm actually playing versus a druid.
I guess I'm kind of explaining this to novices and noobs who've never played a wrestling game. I guess. I don't know. I wanted to, like, I guess my thought process behind this was to make like a ridiculous video that people look at and they're like, wait, what is this game? And why is there a druid? And why is there a druid arena? And why is the Miz there? I don't know. I don't know why I was playing as a Miz, to be honest. Maybe he was just like, this was the first game he was in. Or was this around his WWE Championship reign? I don't remember what year that was. I don't know. Let's continue.
So, yeah. Game is ridiculous. And I'm playing as The Miz. Okay. One thing I wanted to say right off the bat is that normal difficulty, which I'm on right now, is like cake mode.
Cake mode is still normal difficulty in these games. That is crazy. That just to think that cake mode, like normal difficulty, was easy and it's still easy. They need to up the difficulty.
It's so easy.
And here's like,
and ridiculous.
I can remember this too. For some reason, I remember this is that this was the new ladder physics, where pulling down the briefcase was like a new thing. I don't know why. I just remember that.
And there was a new mechanic that
I
wasn't
talk about it right here.
aware of when it came to the ladder match. But overall, I say that I would recommend this game. I mean, even if you're not a big WWE fan, rent it or something. Just pick it up and beat the crap out of people.
Why am I like trying to sell people on this game? Like, I didn't do game reviews back then. I'm like, yeah, I hate my life. You go pick up the game if you want. And even if you're not a wrestling fan, it's kind of fun. I was not entertaining about it. Like, how this video blew up, I don't know. I think it was because I was one of the first ones. Like I said, there was not a lot of people doing it on YouTube. I think I was doing it. I think Tubby Emu did it. I think It's My Yard was doing it. Smalls maybe was around at the time. I know that Trey or Pulse came around and then Tubby shouted him out and then he became big. So I think it was like me, Tubby, Yard, Smalls, Pulse were the ones doing the content at the time. I think it was W12 when Pulse came around though, but it was like us doing all this. We weren't really friends, but then we became friends as things grew. And then I know there was other ones doing it. I can't remember who was doing it. I know Uberhaxer Nova was doing some stuff at the time, wrestling, because he was one of the big YouTubers who, I don't even know if he was that big at the time. I can't remember. But he was one of the guys that was like doing the wrestling content at the time. So, man, I did a video with Nova. Maybe I'll have to watch that one too. Let's continue.
Cool features you can do in here. I'm sure I'll make a more extensive video on that, and
No, don't make a more extensive video. Nobody wants to watch a more extensive video from you giving commentary. Sorry.
maybe later. But for now, just wanted to show off the Druid Arena and how easy.
And look at it. Look at it. He's still grabbing it. So I was just showing off normal mode being easy. What a great video this was. I went up the ladder once, punched him down, and then won the match.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
2 minutes. Why did I think this would have been a good
Frag
video?
out, easy mode.
Did I say frag out? Let me go back.
Easy book by its cover. Tony Pizza Guy, frag out, easy mode.
I was still saying frag out back then. Wow. That's it. That's the entire video. Wow. That's the whole video, guys. We have officially looked at one of the cringiest wrestling videos on all of YouTube, and it's still up there from 2010, 32,000 views, The Miz versus Druid. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that this video still up there and that this was the one that launched me into do wrestling. Because like I said, at the time, 10,000 to 20,000 views was awesome. That was like amazing. So when I got that, I was like, well, wrestling it is. That's what we're doing. And I kind of said, guys, we're not doing Capture the Frag anymore. Like I had some guys like Arrow who does like racing stuff now, if you remember him, Mr. Arrow HD. And then some other people, guy named Richard Kelly. Yeah, I don't think he does YouTube anymore. So it was just like a bunch of people doing like this Call of Duty stuff, and then like this hit, and I'm like, guys, I got to do Tony Pizza Guy's channel. So that's why my channel is called We Capture the Frag. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link the full video in the description if you want to check it out. But I don't know. It was a crazy time back then. Like I said, there was only a handful of people doing wrestling video game content, but now it's like huge and everybody's doing the wrestling video game content. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, ding dong, Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.